Guys, today we're gonna talk about tier list. I'm gonna create a top tier list for a Mist meta. The last video was like 1 year ago or something like that. I think it's time to update. Since I see so many questions in chat, in YouTube, like what's playable, what I should play in Mists, in what builds, etc. So today we're gonna cover it. So let's begin. Mists, guys. Mist environment is very specific, where lots of weapons will not be playable. This one, D tier, not playable. This one, not playable. This one, not playable. Great Axe. Great Axe, in my opinion, can kill. I'll explain you. It got the same abilities, same Qs, same Ws, like any X lane, weapon line, but its E-spell is not reliable. And lots of people probably will gonna counter you, run away, and so on, so on, so on. So, since you can actually make kills by even using Royal Sandals, Stalker Jacket, Cultist Cowl, and burst your enemy down, if he gonna be greedy, you can make kills. But it's definitely not even close to S, A, or B. That's why we're gonna put it on C tier. Realm Breaker. Realm Breaker, this one. This one is much more interesting, because its E ability got at least some kind of mobility, knockback, and it got much more high kill potential than Great Axe in Mists. There are even some videos on YouTube from different people that are making kills. Coco even died once to a Realm Breaker. And when I was fighting Realm Breaker in Mists, if you'll be cocky, if you'll be greedy, you can die. The build that people mostly use with Realm Breaker, I do not recommend you to play on it, unless you're an experienced player. Well, in this case, you don't need this tier list and you know by yourself what to do. People were playing with Mistwalker Jackets, with Fiend Cowl, and Boots on Healing, yeah? With Undead Cape. The thing is, since it is artifact piece of equipment, yeah? Artifact weapon, it got insane amount of item power, which boosts your Q and W. Q spells damage like crazy. Your Qs will hit like a truck, especially if you're gonna combine it with Adrenaline Rush. I would put it actually on B tier. I think it is possible. So I would put it in B tier in a build that I described earlier. It can kill. It can. Especially if you will land your E-spell. Oof. Let's put it in B tier. Next one. Regular Bow. Regular Bow, guys, it is something that is very strong in Corrupted Dungeon. In environment, very close environments. That's why it is meta in Corrupted Dungeons. But for Mists, you don't have enough burst. You need to stay in one place and do this auto attack. So, I'm gonna put it on C tier. It can kill. Again, like a Great Axe, it can kill, but there are just much better alternatives. Let's put it in C. I don't even want to give you any advices what to play on. Like, just don't play Regular Bow. There are better options, and you will not suffer. Mist Piercer, unfortunately. After buffs, no. I was trying myself to try to play Mist Piercer with latest buffs, but since you need to stay in one place and land your E-spells non-stop, it will not allow you to actually play an efficient... Okay, maybe between C and D I would put Mist Piercer. We have full kite like Omelets or Eels 2, like Mistwalker, Assassin Jacket, I don't know, something like that might be playable and you will be able to make kills, but nah. Wailing Bow. Wailing Bow I'm gonna put also on D tier, useless, like in small scale, right now in ZVZs even. It's gonna be buffed, yeah, maybe then it's gonna be playable, but for me it's a dog shit. We will not even talk about that. Bow of Badon though. Bow of Badon is the only bow probably that is viable, and I'm gonna put it on B tier. You can kite with your E-spell, you can make a build that is based on lifesteal, you can make a build that full kites, several setups, like classic Mistwalker Jacket, Fiend Cowl, or knockback helmet, knockback ability, or laser even though laser was nerfed, with full CDR like Omelets, can be okayish, with mana shoes of course. You can make kills. Or with, let's say, Assassin Jacket. there is an option to play like that. Back in the days, Bow of Badon was playable with Hellion Jacket, but nowadays it is not the case, because you cannot go like simply into a spot of mobs, heal up, and continue a fight. Well, mostly because it was playable only because of Hellion Jacket. Since this option, this playstyle was nerfed, forget about it. Bow of Badon will not work. Okay, Claws. Claws, I would put it on C. Like, for fun builds, like with Fail Scale Rope, with Mercenary Jacket, I even have some videos on Claws. Right now, there is nothing to remove. There is no... Back in the days when there was Oathkeeper meta, yeah? Claws was a good counter for it. Claws could actually kill these Oathkeepers. I would not say easy, but it was an option. Right now, no. You're gonna be interrupted, people gonna run away from you, gonna kite you. It's unreliable. Again, several builds like via Face Scale, via Mercenary Jacket. Even with Mistwalker, you actually can play with it, but super easy to avoid Icicle. So just forget. It's not a weapon for Mist content. Let's go further. Claymore. Claymore was in meta for a long time. But since range was nerfed and now players' skill is increased, especially in Mist, and they know how to avoid E-spell with regular dash abilities, I cannot place, with especially nerfs to Qs, nerf to range, dependence on stacks, easy avoid of E-spell, I cannot place it somewhere on top. Like, if there will be something in the middle between B and C, I would place it there. But you know what? I think on the same level like Realmbreaker, Bow of Badon, in the same place I would place a Claymore actually. No, I would actually place it on B. Builds. I got a video with Claymore, how you can make kills with Stalker Hoods. If you somehow will be able to put your enemy on half health, you will use Stalker Hood and you will have full stacks of your E-spell, you can finish almost any target. It's huge, it's nice. It can be playable. But again, taking into account what meta we have right now, I cannot put it higher. Like Assassin Jacket is unplayable, Mercenary Jacket is unplayable. Well, okay, Mercenary Jacket maybe, but even in this case, I would probably recommend you to play on this Claymore with Fire Shield. If you want to use some kind of leather, not Mercenary itself. Full cloth row builds, again. If you're gonna use cloth build, then you are forced to use Giga Potions and your one-trick pony. Which is... You can try it, of course, but not reliable. You're gonna die a lot. And again, how you gonna escape? Nah, just forget about it. Can kill, but very niche weapon. Kingmaker. D. No mobility, bad hit radius, unreliable, need to be close to your enemy, just for fun weapon that can make kills, but I don't recommend you. Carving Cringe. Carving Cringe, even after insane amount of nerfs, changes of meta, still very good weapon. I'll place it on A tier. Again, builds. Classic build with Mistwalker Jacket, Fiend Cowl, Undead Cape, and right now you must play with Energetic Sprint because Mistwalker Jacket was nerfed in such a way that it is consuming lots of energy, like insane amount of energy. That's why with this setup only mana shoes. Regarding other builds, another setup what you can use is to use another jacket that is much more cheaper than Mistwalker, since it is used in other builds and price is so high. You can use any other leather jacket like Jacket of Tenacity and use Fire Shield with Fiend Cowl, with Undead Cape or Valonian Cape with Healing Boots. Then you can use Healing Boots because again you will not have huge issues with mana. Another option with the same Jacket of Tenacity is to use not Fire Shield, but Jacket of Tenacity ability itself and cast on yourself to boost your E and W ability damage drastically. So, of course, Split Slash. These two builds, well, okay, 2 builds and 3 variations of gameplay are playable. But again, even if you are playing on Mistwalker Jacket versus some enemies, you will be forced to switch on Fire Shield. Let's say if you are playing with versus Bow of Badon versus some setups, you need to switch. Let's say if you are playing versus Deathgivers on the same item power, and they are switched on the first Q spell, you are forced to take knockback on your helmet to kite them with your E and W spell and knockback. So you need to switch abilities. Next one. This one. Black Monk Staff. Come on, man. Again. Quarterstaff line, yeah. But no mobility. It is, don't get me wrong, this weapon can kill. It is toxic as hell to fight, because when he gonna cast his E spell, reducing your damage, it's very annoying to fight. Very obnoxious weapon to face. But it do not have such high mobility like other weapons or damage output. There are some toxic builds like via heavy armor or even Stalker jacket, where you cast your E spell, use your abilities, then go back, wait for your cooldowns and engage again. But if there will be experienced player, he will just ignore you. He will not fight you. And again, since of lack of mobility, that since you don't have any mobility on E-spell, only deny of mobility of enemy and mobility thanks to your abilities, I cannot put it higher. Some people are having fun playing making kills, but only because of how their enemies are agreed. Next, one-shot crossbow. One-shot crossbow can make kills, like a great axe, like a regular bow, like claws, like this one, but it is two-handed and it is hard to make work your E-spell. It's hard to make your E-spell work in real fight, because there are so many iframes, so many defensives people have, that I cannot put it higher. Again, you can play via full kite, you can play via assassin jacket, knockback W to increase cast speed of your E-spell, knockback helmet, something like that. You can play with full cloth, like full one-shot, like with silence here combo, but it's very unique playstyle and it is unreliable. It's more just for fun, not for efficiency. That's why I put it on C. This one, Energy Shaper. Guys, I have even videos of how I was playing in Mists with this Energy Shaper. You can make kills with one-shot setup, like with Smoke Bomb, with Royal Sandals, with Heavy Armor, but no. Like, just no. No. Even after several buffs, changes, it's not solo weapon. For fun, you can make kills, but no. Just no. To record one video on YouTube, I spent 50 or 60 even millions of silver to record one video with Energy Shaper. Do not recommend it. But we get to another weapon. This one is on the B tier. On the same level like Realmbreaker, Bow of Badon, Claymore. It's a crossbow. It's like a version of light crossbow, but with more kite potential. With less mobility, but more kite potential. It can erase your face like super fast. You're gonna be rated by Bloodletters. You're gonna be suffering. You're gonna suffer if there will be +1 newbie behind your back that's gonna kill you on low health. You're gonna suffer. But such playstyle is still viable. Like classic build, like light crossbow is using. We're gonna talk about light crossbow later. Cleric robe, guardian helmet, martlock cape, and then boots on health. Traps on W, full CDR, even eels too, probably, not omelets. And if your enemy gonna be greedy, you can erase his face like super fast. Or via cultist rope, actually, you can also play. As via assassin jacket, you can play. It can make kills. It can. This one, again, possible to make kills. It even can kite, but come on. I will not even comment this. Of course, D tier. Experienced player, probably if you can get this weapon, equip decent setup, it can make kills. You can make these kills with this weapon, but no, let it be on D tier. I want to mention one offhand that I'm gonna place immediately on S tier, and wanna explain why. Where is it? Okay, this one. It's an S tier. Lately, mobility and in general cooldown reduction stat was nerfed globally in Albion. And all builds with one-handed weapons become insanely strong in terms of mobility, in terms of damage per second, if they have low cooldown spells like QWs. It just meta, guys. Bloodletter with Mistcaller, one-handed crossbow. This is one of the one-handed fires. Frosts with Mistcaller. We're gonna talk about these weapons later, yeah? But this offhand is overpowered, especially for this type of content. It's insanely strong. We're gonna put it on an S tier. It's two-handed, it's on B, of course. Two-handed, it's on B. It also can kill via kite, like W, roots, E-spell, and if your enemy gonna be greedy, you can be killed. Like, easy you can be killed, if you're gonna be cocky. We're gonna put it in B, yeah. I thought it is one-handed, my bad. This one, definitely trash, D. Few more thoughts about this two-handed. Again, playstyle. You can play via Cultist Rope, Assassin Jacket, Heavy Armor. I saw actually some nasty builds with Lifesteal Food and with this weapon. It can deal lots of damage. It's so annoying, it feels so wrong when you see curses with Heavy Armor, with Lifesteal Food, like 6.1, 6.2, or 8.0 OC. They just destroy your face. It doesn't matter. Are you 8.3? Are you 8.4? You're gonna lose insane amount of health and put so much efforts to kill this boy. Sometimes it's not even better to just ignore these two-handed curses. We're gonna talk Demonic. Back in the days, let's talk about also Demonic. Demonic was top meta. One of the top meta back in the days. Like, one of the best. But E-spell was changed. E-spells was reworked. It's not S, not A, it's around B. It's on the same level right now like B. I know you might say, oh, but I see sometimes Mistwalker Jackets users with this rope or with Cultist rope and they kite me. Guys, you can easily run away from them. They will never catch you. Also, one of the reasons why this curse, and this curse are strong because of beam ability. Lots of players forget about that. They actually forget how strong this and OP spell is, and because of their greediness, they can die. I will never put it on A. No. It's okay-ish. Okay, maybe between A and B. Like B+. If that would be B+, I would put this weapon. Again, builds. Cultist Rope, Mistwalker Jackets, classic, yeah? Guardian Helmet, or helmet with AoE Purge, Undead Cape or Martlock Cape, with boots on, like, Royal Heavy Boots with this run, yeah? That you need to charge. Royal Heavy Boots, or any heavy boots with heal. Still gonna be a good option. So it is between A and B, I would say. But your amount of kills will depend what kind of enemy you're gonna face. For now, we're gonna put it on B. Next, this one. D. Trash. Especially after the fact that it was changed and now E-spell is not an iframe. It's useless. It's completely useless. Dagger Pair A? Oh, you poor naive boys, guys. Dagger Pair is between B and C. Realistically, Dagger Pair is between B and C. It can brawl. There are several builds that can be playable. First, you're gonna play via Bruiser setup, like via Mercenary Jackets, via Fire Shield. You can play via Clever Rope, one-shot, tricky build. You can play via Assassin, Jackets, and Stacks, yeah? But since you don't have any mobility, except your Q and Ws, like other weapons, like they have mobility on E-spell, and dependence on stacks, high dependence on stacks, you need to be close to your enemy to cast it. Make this weapon not reliable in mists. Even lots of weapons will just outdamage face-to-face Dagger Pair, even if Dagger Pair will land his E-spell. I'm not even talking about the fact that you can clean stacks. You can wait if he's playing purge stack, depends on what kind. If he is playing via first Q spell, it can be cleansed by Helmet of Valor. Or you can wait in Mistwalker Jacket too, so he would lose his stacks. You can knock back him, yeah? Or make a distance. Wait until he will lose his stacks. Purge his stacks if you use an AoE Q spell. Or if he's using third Q spell to stack and he's playing the Assassin. There are so many ways how you can outplay it. Make this weapon. Again, I would not even put it on B, realistically. Don't get me wrong. This weapon is good for content like 2v2 Hellgates. It is meta in 2v2 Hellgates, but that's the only content and fun content. Like, you see different videos on YouTube how people are one-shotting gatherers, like some in PvP, they're in group killing players, but in equal scenario, in normal fights, it is one of the shittiest weapon in the game. I don't know why SBI is keeping still in this state. They need to rework this E-spell, like 2 years ago they need to rework it, but it's still in a shitty place. Again, if there would be something between B and C, I would put it between B and C. But listen, it have damage. You can try to make kills, like Realm Breaker, Bow of Badon, Claymore. Let's put it on B. Holy guys, it's not an old corrupted dungeon meta. Like, it's not. Holy staffs are not working. There are so many attempts where in Mist where people were trying to play on Holy, on Natures, it just do not work. Forget about all healers. Okay, there are some exceptions, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah. Next, double-bladed staff. If it will be, it is very controversial. Well, it is definitely not D. Definitely not C. Definitely not B. You might say double-bladed is a red weapon, and you're right, yes. But it also can kill. It can kill due to its mobility, due to some broken pieces of gear that we have, and they can abuse these pieces of gear very successfully. It's like Cultist Cowl, Stalker Jackets, and it is a money-making weapon. It can be used on low tier, on mid tier, on high tier, but latest patches nerfed cooldown reduction in a such way that I cannot place it on S tier anymore. I can place it only on A tier because how versatile this weapon is, it's an A tier. On S tier, okay, you wanna talk about S tier. You're gonna talk about S tier. On S tier, there is one weapon that they're gonna put that is probably outshine everything on this list. Like, literally everything. It is uncatchable, unkillable if you are playing good, smart, not risking anything. Without any risk, without taking any necessary risk. Unfortunately, it is Bloodletter. And then, again, talking about these changes to cooldown reduction that SBI have made. They boosted, intentionally, unintentionally, Bloodletter in a such way that he's getting the most highest efficiency thanks to this Mistcaller. Bloodletter is number 1. It's on S tier. It can be used to red on low tier, to farm and red on low tier, on mid tier, and on high tier, and fight even other meta builds like face to face without taking high risk. They will always survive. You decide as a player what you're gonna win, what you're gonna lose. You can be rated by other Bloodletters, it's true. So, Bloodletter with Mistcaller is number 1. Let's go further. Bear Paws. Bear Paws gonna be nerfed next patch. Damage on E-spell, it was never a strongest weapon. Let's begin, Bear Paws. It was never strongest in 1v1. You could feed on players. You could fight someone in 1v1, but since Mist were released, I already told you, guys, don't play on fucking Bear Paws. You will be a food. You can actually make kills, you can make money, earn money, but regular player will be a food. When I see a Bear Paw, I see money, I see silver. I was always feeding on them. There are some, you can outplay your enemy, not gonna lie, you can. But now, when it's gonna be nerfed in future, what Bear Paw gonna do? I don't know. Right now, like before this new patch was installed, I would place it between A and B. Like, well, between A and B. But with the next changes that incoming, it's only B. Like, it's still good mobility weapon. Kitsun, welcome. And again, thank you for this tier list. I do appreciate it. With the incoming changes, it is definitely only B. Next weapon. This one. Crossbows. I'm sorry, but it's on the same level like these weapons. Like Great Axe, Regular Bow, Claws, Black Monk, one-shot, the same in this one. You might kill newbies, like via one-shot setup, like Sleep Helmet, Silence, E-Spell via Mercenary Jacket, but it's so easy to counter it. You need to stay on one place and cast this E-Spell for such a long time. In Mists it will not work, in real scenarios. That's why just forget about it. Let's go further. This one. It is a T. Bungie favorite weapon lately, one of his favorite weapons. People were trying to use it. From low to high-end players, everyone was trying to do that. Like these Forge Hammers. With Cultist Rope, it deals insane amount of damage. It's on paper, you might think, oh man, it's so strong. But in reality, if people at least once fight this weapon, they will never die to this weapon. At least once. It got decent mobility, deny of mobility thanks to your E-Spell and slow around, yeah? And if you combine it with Cloth, it can slaps. You will find meta boys and you're gonna die. You will. We're gonna put it in C. Like, on the same level like these weapons. Unfortunately. It's just C tier. Maybe, okay, in good hands, it's gonna be between B and C. But that's all. Let's go next. Oathkeepers. Oh my god. Oathkeepers were #1 meta when Mists were released. Yeah, it was one of the strongest weapons and setups in the game. But only because of royal jackets that were allowed to reduce cooldowns. And everyone was using royal jackets. And he was always instantly were able to use E-Spell and be invincible. After several nerfs to this rope, to nerfs to this weapon, direct nerfs, it become somewhere on the level of Forge Hammers. Galatine. Well, like, do I need to say more? Probably if it will be Coco, he gonna put it on S tier, but listen, we are not Coco. We are putting this on D tier, like, let him play on Galatine Pair. Yeah. Deathgivers. Like Deathgivers. D-C-B-A-S. You are sure it is S? Are you sure it is S? No, it is A. You are wrong. These Deathgivers got indirect nerf, and they are mana heavy. Indirect nerf with cooldown reductions, and they are mana heavy. And lots of modern meta can actually catch Deathgivers. Like Bloodletter, like Double-Bladed Reds, like Carving even got 50-50 versus Deathgivers. Deathgivers, if it would be previous patch, I would say it's S tier, like with like 100%. Nowadays, it's still a bit overpowered. I don't like the way how it works in Mist environment. Some abilities are tricky, yeah, and escape potential is insane. Damage potential is insane. Dismount potential is insane. It is among all old A tiers, probably it will be on #1. But it is a bit far from S. A bit. Okay, I would put, you know what? If there will be, again, mid-tier between S and A, I would put it between S and A. Like, in the middle. But realistically, right now it is on A. Yeah, it will be A+. Like, Deathgivers will be on A+. Again, builds, sorry. Classic builds like Mercenary Jacket, Fiend Cowl, or Stalker Hood with Undead Cape with Energetic Sprint. It's a classic big build for for Deathgivers. Also, you can play with Deathgivers with Mistwalker Jacket. It's also playable. Some people try to with Stalker Jacket, but no. Like just no. You can kill people, but again, you need time. You need to wait for your cooldowns, abilities. Mistwalker, Mercenary, classic. There are some one-shot setups via Cleric Rope and via first Q spell, yeah? Or even AoE Q spell to burst your enemy fast. But that's all. Old playstyle with Deathgivers with these Hellion shoes or this kite with your stacks on Q will work, but if you're gonna play with such build, you're gonna automatically go to a B-. If you're gonna play like that. So Bruiser setups on Deathgivers on this one. Let's go next. Dual Swords. Dual Swords, yeah, it is B. Again, it is not a Carving Sword, not strong as Carving Sword. And the reason is simple. On Carving Sword, you can... I was explaining so many times, but we'll do it for video purposes one more time. Carving Sword can deal damage from point A to point B, which allow him to kite and deal damage at the same time. Dual Sword can use their ability only to engage, and after that, they need to do several auto attacks to actually deal some sort of damage. Don't get me wrong, this damage that they deal in face-to-face, it's huge. It can erase your face. And also it got an CC immunity, crowd control immunity during the jump. So if there will be firewall, some kind of stun, slow, he gonna ignore it. But still, it will be a bit behind, not even a bit, it will be behind Carving Sword. Carving is just outshine this weapon, specifically for 1v1 fights in the mists. Well, B+, no, I would not even, no, I would not put it on B+, no, man, I will not. You can make kills, like on all these weapons, like Bow of Badon, Claymore, Realm Breaker, this Crossbow, two-handed Curse with heavy build, Fear Curse, Dual Daggers, Bare Paws after nerf, I can bet, mod that on A. Go next, Locus, like ZVZ weapon, don't even try, like just don't. Just don't. This one, Curse. Like, no. Oh, the Curse, sorry, Arcane. Delete this from your memory. Delete this from your memory. We are getting to a Phoenix Fire, yeah? Fire itself is very strong. Like, not everyone fight fires. But Phoenix, it can kite. And the problem why it will never be on B, on A, is because it is two-handed. If it will be one-handed, I would easily put it on B. Like, easy, without not even thinking. Only because it is one-handed. Since this is two-hander, it goes on C. But even between C and D, I'm telling you, you still have your Q spells. You still have a firewall. You still can kite your enemy. You can still deal insane amount of damage. And kite your enemy via your E spell. You can finish your targets on very high range. It's, you might think, you never see this weapon, like probably like any of these, you rarely see them, but they can kill. They can. Cultist Rope, via heavy royal boots, like some kind of Martlock cape, even Assassin Jacket I can bet, they can be pain in the ass. Kill potential they have, like, they can. I'll put it on C. Let's go next. Regular one-handed fire staff. Regular one-handed fire staff is definitely B. Classic build, the same, actually, you know what, we're gonna find another fire, wildfire and one-handed. They both belong on B. Oh wait, it's two-handed, wait, two-handed, wait, it's two-handed. It's not one-handed, yeah? Man, they changed these icons and now all mage icons. That great fire, it's two, okay, fuck it. Two-handed will be on the C, the same way like this one. It's, yucky. This one. I see, guys. One-handed fire and wildfire. Classic builds for these setups. Like Cleric Rope with Hunter Hood or Guardian Helmet, with Martlock Cape or Undead Cape, with Soldier Boots with Wanderlust ability or Healing Crown, or Royal Heavy Boots with this Mistwalker, or with Offhand on Health, Taproot, or like you can play with Muisak, you can play with Taproot, or you want to have lower cooldowns, you play with Mistcaller. Even you can combine these two weapons, not only with Cleric Rope, but Cultist, it will work. It will work with Mistwalker Jacket. It's very annoying to fight these weapons, because if you're gonna be greedy, if you're gonna make tiny mistake, they're gonna kill you. Especially this Wildfire with its E-spell, since it deals damage in health percentage. But it's definitely not A. Like someone was saying, oh, it's A, like, oh, it's S. No, it's not. There will be curse that gonna be, they're gonna go on A, but we're gonna talk about it a bit later. So yeah, fire is annoying, it's very cheap, it's super easy to play, and you're gonna make kills if your enemy gonna be greedy. This one, Meteor. For fun, one-shot build via Sleep Helmet, maybe, but it's still D. Like, I cannot even put it on C. I'm sorry, I cannot put it on C. For YouTube purposes, for YouTube videos, you can put it. Let's go next. Morningstar. No, just no. It is two-handed mace, got no mobility. Well, we have mobility, but no, forget it about it. It's not missed weapon. Now, we're gonna get to the interesting parts. Let's talk about shit. Glacial. Okay, no. One-handed. Let's go with one-handed. Like I mentioned before, one-handed weapons got insane amount of boost in terms of mobility and efficiency because of global cooldown reduction nerf. And think if you combine this Mistcaller with this one-handed Frost, it can easily become one of the meta weapons that can not only kite your enemies and get insane amount of mobility, but also finisher. It is one-handed, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Also, you can combine this weapon with offhand on crowd control and also reduce your cooldowns and increase your CC, kite even more, but I don't see this. Oh yeah, I see it. This one. You can combine it with this Frost and you're gonna be good. Builds. Like Humperdinck build, classic build, it's very efficient. Like, it allows you to feed on players, it allows you to fight lots of meta setups on equals, but again, it will be tough. I'm not saying that it will be easy. You need to learn how to play on this weapon. You need to know all other meta, their rotations, to be efficient with this weapon. It's not like you're gonna pick one-handed Frost and you're gonna win all fights. No, hell no. It's not so easy like Bloodletter or double-bladed stuff. You need to have some practice. Build. Assassin Jacket, helmet, it can be knockback helmet, it can be Avalonian Beam for more kites, Tetrad Cape with passive on auto attacks with root. So you need to combine your Qs, your auto attacks, your E-spell all together. It's not one-handed, yeah? Sorry, I was explaining about hand, it's two-handed, yeah? Sorry, let me replace it. This is one-handed, I'm sorry. I was talking about all the time about one-handed. I was using another icon, yeah, sorry. One-handed. My bad. What else? You can also play via Cultist Rope, I think, but practice showed that Assassin Jacket is the best. You can probably saw so many creators how to play Mist non-stop, how they were playing on this Frost Top and they were successful. But it doesn't mean that you will be invincible. Even with such mobility, you are still a mage, you are still squishy, especially with Assassin Jackets. You have lots of mobilities, don't get me wrong. But if you're gonna be greedy, if you'll be unlucky, you can die pretty easy. Glacial, it's not even D, okay, it's C tier, but you still have Qs, you have still Blink, but it's two-hander. And you know what, fuck it. No, D. Just don't play it. Okay? Just don't. You can make kills, don't get me wrong, like, but just forget about it. Next one, Glaive. Glaive is one of the oldest weapons. It was in meta in 1v1 and in corrupted dungeons. It was very strong. In group fights back in the days during GG, yeah. Like 5 versus 5 fights for territories, everyone was using glaives. But nowadays, no. You cannot, you don't have enough mobility. You just don't have mobility. You can make kills, all mistakes, just for, but okay, if you want to play on this weapon, I'll put it on C. Like, between C and D. Let's imagine there will be something between C and D, I'll put it between C and D. You need to rely on your auto attacks, like not even through first Q spell. Maybe Assassin Jackets, maybe with Mercenary Jackets, or with Cultist Rope. Super cheap setup via Cleric Rope also can work to burst your enemy fast with this E-spell, and while you're using your E-spell you use some auto attacks. Let's say your enemy is using your boots, his boots, and you're using your E-spell, denying his boots, and then few auto attacks, then follow him from behind. Again, it's mostly for corrupted dungeons. In Mists, it will not work. You're gonna die. You're gonna lose lots of silver. Forget about it. Next one, Halberd. Halberd is weapon for small scale PvP only. Like, for only small scale PvP. You have the same jump on W, Adrenaline Rush, AoE Q spell, Q4, yeah, the last Q. But it's unplayable, forget about this. The same goes to this Carrion Collar. You might think that in theory you can kite your enemies, like you use your Carrion Collar E-spell, you use this beam, and then you poke enemy like that and he gonna die. I don't want to ruin your illusions. You can try it, but it will not work. Just believe me. It even rarely work in small scale PvP. It's much better to take something else than this weapon, with much more impact. Just forget about it. Great Hammer. Let's talk about Great Hammer. This is actually interesting topic. Great Hammer was one of the toxiest builds, even if I can say that, in Mist for a long time. And still it is. It still got decent mobility, decent kill potential. But due to latest changes to the weapon itself, due to changes in cooldown reduction, that cooldown reduction globally was nerfed, I cannot put it on A. On S or on A. If there will be placed between B and A, I would place it between B and A. But it do not belong on A tier. Like B. I want to be reasonable. And I will be reasonable. No fucking way it will be on the A tier. It's annoying to I got you. It's annoying to fight. But not right now. Game is always changing. And maybe this tier list will not be, I do good example like in 1 month. It's B tier. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know, it's annoying to fight, I know, but do not let your anger to blind your mind. How often you see people picking up Great Hammer over Double-Bladed or Bloodletter? Like you rarely see. You more see one-handed Frosts than Great Hammers. And there is a reason behind. Several nerfs to E-spells, global nerf on cooldown reduction, make other weapons much more playable. I would say it is B+. I would say it is B+. But for this tier list, we're gonna put it on B. Next one. Hammer of Justice. Hammer of Justice got no mobility on E-spell, but it can slap your face. It can actually slap your tiny face. If you're gonna combine it with Mercenary Jacket, with Stalker Jacket, it can make kills. And it got at least some kind of mobility on W. But, since it got no mobility on E-spell, and it is very niche, I'm gonna point this on C. It is C, guys. It can make kills. It is definitely C. Tom Hammer, Nazori, favorite weapon. One of the toxiest and one of the, obnoxious weapon to fight in corrupted dungeons. And back in the days, in the first version of Mists also. Back in the days it will be S tier, like, no doubt. Now, for Mists, it is C tier. Like, it is C tier. Only C tier. It got stun on E-spell that you can use to deny mobility, to catch targets. But pretty often it's not enough. Just not enough. It can kite. It's very strong still in corrupted. If it will be corrupted dungeons, I would put it between B and A. Not even joking. I would put it in B and A. But Mists, no. Goodbye, Tom Hammer. Not for this type of content. You can play via Soldier Armor and Demon Cape. Heavy Armor combining with Demon Cape. The same actually goes to Great Hammer. I forgot to mention that Great Hammer also can be, well, mostly how people use it, with Demon Cape or Thetford Cape, Stalker Jacket, Cultist Cowl, swap helmet on Fiend Cowl, sometimes with Heavy Armor like Heavy Armor of Valor, Guardian Armor. That's what kind of build you should play on Great Hammer. The same goes to this one, Tom Hammer. Let's go next. Spirit Hunter. Let's go Spirit Hunter. Spirit Hunter. Unfortunately, you can use it only in PvE, and that's all. On small scale PvP, ZVZs, it's not solo weapon. Like, it's not a solo weapon. Healers. Like, I will not even think about holy healers. They all goes to D. There is no setup that will be able to kill something on equals. Like, no. This one, Permafrost. Permafrost, small scale weapon. Like, it's two-handed. If Permafrost will be one-handed, definitely A tier, like B tier, A tier. But it's two-handed. It's C. It can kill. It got much higher kill potential than Mist Piercer, this one, Kingmaker, any other weapons. It can kill. It can slaps. With specific builds, I don't even want to mention this build. Just don't play on this weapon, but it's a C tier. Just S tier. C tier, not S. This one, with this field, yeah? Frost Staff. It is ZVZ weapon. Some people were trying to play it solo and kite via this. For fun, if you're experienced Frost player, you can make it work. You can even make some kills. But cast time actually is 0, yeah, so you'll be able to cast it anyway. But just know, there will be other alternatives. So Frost that we're gonna talk about that gonna fit for Mist meta. But this one, like between this one, D and C. Let's put it on C. Fire with Fear. This spell when you cast it on an enemy and it leave behind the enemy the trail of fire that silence enemies. Small scale only, for solo, easy to counter, people try to use it after change, but it doesn't work. You can still make kills like one-handed fire, wildfire staff, but I would put it between D and C. Like not even C completely. Imagine there is a place between C and D, I would put it there. But it is a fire, let's put it on C. This one, obviously, for solo mists, it will not work. This weapon can work in 2v2 mists in one-shot setups with this tornado. But for 1v1, it's like on D. It's literally on D. There is no sense even to put it on C. Like, forget about it. And I will not even take into account that it is fire stuff. Fuck it. This one. It's not a it's not a double-bladed staff. It's like a regular quarter staff. But this E-spell do not have such mobility like other weapons. It got mobility, but not so much to be on equals with others. Simply not. Just simply no. It can kill people though. It can. If you combine it with leather, with fire shield, it can break your face. Especially if you're gonna play greedy, it can. Oh, it's tornado. Oh, sorry. It's tornado. Oh yeah, sorry. I was talking about this one. It's tornado. Tornado, we're gonna talk about this. Sorry. They're almost similar. Regular, double-bladed. We're not talking about tornado. The regular one. This one. It's on C. It still can kill. Like Realmbreaker, Badon, Claymore, these curses, Dagger Pairs, but not enough mobility. Like for fun, you can actually use everything that you see on S, A, and B and be efficient. Make money and have fun. When it goes down, like C and D, never play these weapons. Just never. On this weapon you still can. Builds. You can play with budget setups like Mage Rope or Cleric Rope, with Cultist Cowl, Deadford Cape or Demon Cape, and actually one-shot enemies with Giga Potion, run into enemies with Soldier Boots or Royal Sandals, and destroy enemy face. You can do that. You can play via normal setup like via Fire Shield, Mistwalker Jacket, Stalker Jacket, even actually Stalker Jacket. You remember Coco was even playing on this weapon for a short period of time and was making kills. He was successful with this one. Since Stalker Jacket is such a unique piece of gear that you can combine almost with so many weapons that will make you efficient, I think it's the best way to go. Imagine, you use Stalker Jacket, use E-Spell. You are framing lots of damage, and while your enemy is in knock-up, he's taking damage from Stalker Jacket, then you use your stun run, or you use Jacket stun run auto attack, then use your E-Spell on top of him. He's gonna lose half of his health immediately, without even option to press any defensives, if he will not react. So, it is definitely B tier. This one is a troll weapon, fuck it, D. It's not even... I would not even call it for ready. You can use it to red objectives, not gonna lie, you can. But you don't have enough mobility to escape. You can knock back your enemies, put yourself in combat, but the only escape potential you have is your Q spells and your W. That's all. I don't want even to put it on C and D. It's a Ratata weapon, and if you want to Ratata, better play on Bloodletter on double-bladed. Just better option. Next one. Now we get to the interesting part. Avalonian Gloves. Avalonian Gloves, guys, playable only via kite. No, it's not A. It's not A. It can kill. If it will be place between A and B, imagine, place between A and B, it will be there. But I'm putting it on B. All you can do is to finish targets, play via kites when your abilities are ready, and that's all. Like there is a common build that people started to use is Fire Scale Rope via this fire wall, that is a fire circle around you. Avalonian Cape, but Avalonian Cape was nerfed. Cooldowns were nerfed, which made this build weaker by default. Yeah, back in the days, what? You pick Avalonian Cape and you put your enemy in combat for infinity amount of time, and just having a bit more mobility than he does, you was killing your targets. It was very annoying. It is on the same toxic type of playstyle like a Great Hammer, like Double-Bladed Staff, like Bloodletter, like Frost Staffs. They share the same toxic playstyle, which I hate the most. They kite forever, and not allowing you to reset a fight and regenerate your health. It is super sad. But it's work. It's working. It's working. It is. Via such kite. There are also variations via Assassin Jacket, but probably the best way is Fair Scale and the Valonian Cape. You jump, you deal combo, you knock back your enemy, or you use combo with a Valonian Cape, or Valonian Cowl, sorry, with your E-Spell, then run away with your Fire Circle, reset cooldowns, repeat combo. And that's how you play. Between B and A, but I put it on B. Hellfire Hands. Let's go and talk about Hellfire Hands. Probably lately, one of my favorites weapons in this game. Not gonna lie, one of the favorite one. But for Mist environment, it will be in S. No, it will not be in S tier. It will be just in S. It can be used only in one-shot setups. I was trying to play it, and not only me. Lots of players were trying that I know were trying to play it with normal builds like Mistwalker Jacket, Fire Shields. You can make kills, but at the moment when you find an experienced player, you will never land your E-Spell without any crowd control. Like, you must have some kind of sleep helmet, some kind of CC to land your EW combo. It's very predictable, insanely predictable. So we will not put it like not on A, not on B. It's on the level of C. And very often, it's unreliable. I mean, I was experienced so many times on stream, even with one-shot setup, with Cleric Robe, any type of boost actually you can use, from Assassin Shoes with this blink behind your enemy, with Hellion Shoes, with Sleeping Helmet, with the Keeper Cape. Very often, when your enemy is just standing still, I'm casting my EW, and because of high ground, low ground, or for any other reasons, you will land your combo in incorrect angle and will not hit with all your balls, which will lead to your death. So it's C tier, one-shot setup. With normal setups, guys, don't even try. We tried. It's unreliable. Experienced player we're gonna kill you. I was even killing with this weapon an 8.3 Deathgiver once, but because Deathgiver that I faced was such a newbie, it was just probably a pay-to-win player that he thought that if he's in 8.3 he can win, but he was making so much mistakes that he died to me. Otherwise, no, if it will be normal player, forget. Ursine Maulers. You can make kills, but your enemy should be complete potato. Your enemy should be complete potato to make a kill on Ursine Maulers. You can finish actually targets with this. You can use it, you can combine it with Fail Scale Rope, and cast Fail Scale Rope and then E-Spell, but no. Just no. This ability that this glove has is only for ZVZ. It's like, got low damage, long channel time, and it will not just work. Will not work. Forget about it, D tier. And this one is interesting. It's a Brawler Gloves with one-shot setup. It's definitely B tier. Weapon that can make you, can earn you some kills. If you combine it with Cleric, you remember the old Black Hand, there was a weapon like Black Hands. The same combination on this one. You are using W with the stun, you're using Q-Spell with knockback, you're using Assassin Shoes with damage and teleport to your enemy, Cleric Rope, and Assassin Hood with Keeper Cape. The whole idea is very simple. You just teleport to your enemy with your Assassin Shoes, use your W, E, Q, Cleric Rope, Assassin Hood, you refresh. If you have low amount of health, Keeper Cape proc, you do another combo immediately and killing your enemy. If your player that you are facing is a newbie or will be relaxed, you can make kills. You can. It's a one-shot combo build. It is still working in Mists pretty well. Let's go next. Battle Brasserino. What's your thoughts? Where it gonna go? Tiny history lesson. Back in the days when Mists were released, B-A-S, when Mists were released, Bracers got much higher range on E-Spell. They got lower cooldown on W, but if it will be release of the Mists, it will be on A tier, like easy. With the recent changes, no, you cannot kill lots of meta in 1v1, and meta that you can kill, it can kill actually Frosts, Battle Braces, Carving Swords, double Deathgivers, but you need to change your Q spells. You need to play ideally. You need to hit with all spells. You need to change your jacket to fire shield. Sometimes you need to have a knockback. Sometimes you need to have a swap helmet like Cultist Cowl. To adapt to enemies, you struggle to kill some of the enemies that own C tier. You will struggle as hell. Some enemies will be unkillable for you. Even enemies from D tier, it will be tough to kill in 1v1. It's not 1v1 weapon. It can kill if you have enough experience, if you have a swap items, if you know how to rotate versus different builds. But no, I cannot even put it on B tier. I just cannot. You can red with this weapon, but realistically, it's on C tier right now. Okay, between B and C, like between B and C, something like that. I'm playing Battle Bracers all the time, and I know it's real power in 1v1. I was facing... You can kill, let's say, you can kill on Battle Bracers Wildfire. You can kill this fire. You can kill this Avalonian Gloves. You can kill Carving Swords, but you need to put so much efforts, play so ideally, that it's tough. The only benefit of these Battle Bracers is good mobility. It's just good mobility that will allow you to probably escape. But kill potential, oof, I wish you luck. Better, listen guys, if you want to play on gloves and participate in PvP, play on this one. It's just, it's sad to admit it, but better play on Avalonian Gloves. But not on Battle Bracers, if you want to make kills. Let's go next. Spike Gauntlets. If you're not a content creator, if you're not overgearing, like Jack was showing on his highlights, how he was on his stream, killing people with Spike Gauntlets. With this W that knock back you to the wall, you take a lot of damage. But let's be real. Let's be real. I was also trying it, and I was making even some kills off stream with this Spike Gauntlets, like having fun, but it's between C and D. Let's be real. It's between C and D. Like, okay, let me think. You know what? No. I'm gonna point it on B. You know why? You know why I'm gonna put it on B? With all the reason behind that. Clear speed. Huge mobility? No, it don't have any mobility. So damage. Clear speed. You can use it as a PvE weapon in mists to farm. Not bad. Between B and C. You know what? Fuck it. C. Let it be on C. Let's not be cruel. Let's be realistic. C. Just C. That's all. You can make kills, like on Claws, like on these weapons, like on Hellfire Hands, like I was showing you so many times. On these weapons, you can make kill on the Spike Gauntlets, but not close even to... No, forgot about B. Longbow. Longbow can kill in Corrupted Dungeons in 1v1. In 1v1 mist, no. The fact that you need to stay and cast this ability automatically make it C. The same goes to Whispering Bow. It will just not work. It's a PvE weapon, it can kill, I know. I know how much damage it can deal. It's slow and kite potential, but if you will go in full CDR, any other meta will see you, even B tier. This boy's gonna see you and gonna come to me, boy. Show me your pockets, and they're gonna kill you. The same goes to Whispering Bow. Fun yeah, it's fun to play. I do agree. It's very fun. Like Whispering Bow, yeah, could be fun to play. But so niche, so useless very often. You're gonna be helpless in lots of scenarios, like you're gonna regret that you even locked into Albion if you're gonna play on this weapon for a long time in Mists. The next one, two-handed mace. No goodbye, no mobility, it's small scale with this perch. The same goes to this one, useless, we'll not even talk about that. Now, all druids in Mists suck, except one. Your guess. So every druid will go on D, and one will go on C, Blight Staff. Will go on C, for obvious reasons, because they have at least some kind of mobility, high clear speeds, but the rest will go in a trash can. At least you will be able to survive. The rest, in 1v1, I'm sorry, but all you can do is just PvE. Your escape potential is around 0. If you want to play on Druid in Mists, use this one, but not these weapons, in 1v1 Mists. Pole Hammer. Well, Pole Hammer is a mix between Great Hammer, Tomb Hammer. I would actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it on C tier. Okay, between C and D. Imagine there is a C and D, between C and D. I would put it between C and D. Like, that's what I would do. It can kite. Like, it can kite your ass. It can be annoying. You can have insane mobility, actually, and escape potential with this weapon. It's underrated hammer. It's very underrated hammer. With the fast animations, decent damage, especially if you're gonna combine it with damage cape, Avalonian cape, Demon cape, Deadwood cape, budget Tom hammer, but for 1v1. Yeah, it's a good option. I know it can kill. I know it can be pain in the ass. I'm just pointing that on C. The same setups like on Great Hammer, like on Tom Hammer you're gonna use. The same builds. Let's go further. Solo Mists, no. Into V2, Hellgates, Mists, one of the matter. It will be on S tier, on A, SA tier. Like easy. If it would make a top tier list for Hellgates. But since this for Solo Mist, sorry, it's D. Not even B, not even C. I'm sorry, but you are useless as fuck. You go on D. Like, no. No, no, no. I will tell you even more. Groove Keeper got more kill potential with his stun on E-spell than this weapon. Like, at least it is a stun, and this is Roots. You can combine this weapon, of course, with Stalker Jackets and try to make kills with Cultist Cowl, but oh my god. Only feed on players with high AP, but when you're gonna face any of these mobile builds, they're gonna whoop your ass. Like, without putting any efforts, you're gonna suffer. Groove Keeper, if animation would be faster on E-spell of this jump, or range would be a bit higher, I would put it on C. But since it's not the case, it's also D. Bomb, unfortunately no, E sucks. It's just bad. Don't use it. Like, it's super bad. For YouTube purposes, you can record video with this, make a wow effect once, but that's all. And then we are getting to this weapon. This is, by the way, very tricky. I always afraid to fight 1v1 this weapon. It can actually kill you. It can, especially if you're gonna use it with Stalker Jacket, with Gigapods, Cultist Cowl. You're tanky as hell. You don't need any heal. Like, it reduces heal when you use E. So, since you are playing solo, you can make kills. You're gonna be laughing at me, but I would put it between B and C. It got the same kill potential like this Quarter Staff. Not even joking. It's very strong. But realistically, again, not lots of players will be able to make it work, and it's between B and C. Let's put it on C. This weapon. Infernal Scythe, guys. Infernal Scythe. Gonna be upper C. Well, let me see. Upper C like this. Like this. In the middle of all weapons. Infernal Scythe. Oh my god. SBI need to somehow again rework this weapon. It got so much potential. But the fact that you need to stay close to your enemy and your E-spell is so predictable make your gameplay tough. If it will be buffed, changed, it can be easily become B tier. Like easily. But realistically it's on C. You need to use your jump on W in most of the cases to make sure that you will land your E-spell. It's easy to reflect, to avoid, to iframe. So many options how to juke Infernal Staff user. But since it is anyway an X, with the same Qs, with the same Ws, with the same bleeds, with the same damage, it should be on C. It must be on C. Let's go further. Phoenix. Phoenix, unfortunately, it can make kills. It got damage. It can kite even with Q spells, since it is Shapeshifter by default and human form of Shapeshifter are strong. You are too squishy in a form. I cannot even put... listen, it's realistically deserved to be on C because of how human form spells are strong. But since they're getting nerfed with each patch, it's too early to put it even on C. Let it be on D. Right now, let it be on D. You need to take into account that this thing that get no mobility. You might say, oh, but you can get stacks and go in form and then you will have tiny movement speed boost. Who fucking cares? The same movement speed got Fire Step with the W or traps from Crossbow. No. Forget about this. You will not run away. You're a dead boy. You're completely a dead boy. You have no mobility. D. Forget. Imp, very controversial weapon, and if it will be Hellgates, it will be S tier, because when you have healer behind your back, man, it's broken as fuck. But it's 1v1 scenario, and when you are in Imp, you are very squishy, and you need to channel some of your abilities. You can be reflected, you can be avoided, you're gonna be in trouble. Unfortunately, it's C. Not even unfortunately, thank god it is on C. Thank god. For Solo Mists, no. Just no. You can consider this Q ability on Imp like mobility, but travel speed of this orb so slow, I don't know. I could go back to Carleon and to Brazilian City twice back. No, forget. C. This one, D. Don't even want to comment. No mobility, you are tanky, you are slow, you are useless. The only way how you're gonna make kills if enemy is gonna fight you in face to face. Even helmet on... Okay, to be clear, all shapeshifter weapons have potential to kill. You can make kills on shapeshifters. but only if your enemy is greedy and only because of how broken human form abilities are. With 4th Q spell, with the first W, and only because of that. You're gonna kill noobs, you're gonna feed on them, but since there will be equal IP enemy that know what kind of spells you deal, what kind of spells you have, experienced player, human form OP, yeah, because of human form you're gonna make kills. But if you're gonna find an experienced enemy, let's say you will go versus a good player in Mists, and when he gonna see that you're in Imp, he gonna use few abilities that he has, and you're gonna lose all your health immediately. You're squishy as fuck. Werewolf. Werewolf is also, can be on C tier, like on the same level like Claws, etc. It got no mobility. You might think, okay, when you use your Q spell, there you get a puddle of blood that heal you, give you movement speed. Yeah, it can be used, plus you can use this Spider-Man helmet. But the main reason why it struggle with mobility is because W spell on Werewolf is targeted ability. You need something to target. Again, Werewolf needs to... I want to test Werewolf more, but without experience, since it is new weapons. It might actually go to tier between B and C. It got potential. It actually got potential. So maybe in future it become a bit more playable when people will figure out the build, what to play with on this werewolf. But again, anyway, even if people will figure out a build how to play on this weapon, it's gonna lose to any other meta in people just run away from you. If they want to skip a fight versus werewolf, they're gonna do it like this. And that's why even if someone will find a build, it will never be efficient like at least B weapons. No, I don't think so. Panther. It was OP when it was only released. Nowadays, it was nerfed. W jump in terms of cooldowns, Q damage was nerfed, but it still can be an A tier. It can. The only reason why it is still... Okay, listen. My personal opinion, it's on B. My personal opinion, it's on B. But the only reason why it is on A right now, is because people did not get used how to play versus this Panther. They don't know that they need to burst while you are in form. They don't know what to do versus shapeshifters in general. So, yeah, right now it is on A. I would put it on A. On the same level like other weapons. Can Frost kill him? Depends what kind of Frost, depends what kind of Panther and how do they play. There are many factors. Yeah, one of the good benefits, good points, that you can dismount people super easy with this Panther. Let's go further. Earthroot. Like, no one got anything to say. Like, D tier, like, it don't have mobility, guys. The only power of this weapon is human form. Like, only human form. Now we get to OP stuff. This one, right now. To be clear. Before this new patch is installed, it is on S tier. After nerf of human form abilities, after nerf of W abilities on this bear, it's gonna become A. Automatically. Right now it is S. But gonna go on A. It's not only S and A tier in Mist's environment because of how much mobility, damage, survivability it has, but also in corrupted dungeons. It is insane. If a new patch is out, it's on A. Let's put it on A, but it's very strong. Very strong. Like, even without cooldown reduction food, it can catch some meta weapons. That's how busted it is. But even after nerf, it will be still on A. Builds, sorry. You can play with Cultist Rope, you can play with Mistwalker Jackets, you can play with Fire Shield, classic setups with Fiend Cowl, with Cultist Cowl. You can play even with Stalker Jacket though. Lifesteal food, cooldown reduction, damage. It can be combined with almost everything and will be good. Skull. Cursed Skull. Guys, Cursed Skull can make kills. But only if your enemy is greedy as hell. It's not Corrupted Dungeons. You need to, in Corrupted Dungeons it will be somewhere around B. I would actually put it on B if it will be Corrupted. In Mists, C. Like, you're gonna make kills only if your enemy is very greedy. Only like that. Let's put it on C. Again, builds. You can play via Cultist Rope, Mercenary Jackets, Hunter Hood, AoE Purge, and be very tricky enemy to face. But it's on C, not on B even. Let's go next. It is two-handed, wait, it's a Great Frost, yeah? Okay, Great Frost. We need to talk about this Great Frost. With this E ability that you can cast twice, yeah? Next patch, E spell on this weapon gonna be buffed in such a way you cannot even fucking imagine. It will slaps. But it still will be two-handed weapon. And I don't know how meta will turn. I sincerely don't think that people will start playing massively on this Frost Staff. There will be few people who are gonna abuse it, but mobility will be number one. I would put it on C tier right now, but the next patch notes with boosted damage on E-Spell can make it easy B tier. Like easy. So take this into account. Between B and C, but can go to B if damage will be buffed. Pike with roots. Back in the days, one-shot setup in Corrupted Dungeons. Even you can use this one-shots maybe partially in Mists, but it's a one-trick pony. You can try to play not via one-shot, but via real kite, like with Fire Shield, with Cleric, and just poke it with E, spell W, auto attacks. Again, but any of these meta weapons gonna face you, and let's say it will be 1v1v1, you are doomed. You'll be the first target that they're gonna assist. You gonna die. Corrupted Dungeons? Yeah, why not? But no, it's on the same level as Glaive. Just no, guys. No, no, and no. 3-inch Spear. 3-inch Spear, also based on auto attacks, and can be usable only in Corrupted Dungeons, not Mists. Forget about Mists in 3-inch Spear. You can make kills. You can even kill some without damage. Even meta weapons that are S on A tier. But you will not be alive for a long time. You might think, oh, but I have mobility on E-Spell. I can use it as a jump and run away. But it's not enough to actually be efficient. For fun, you can play it. You can even make some kills. You can even kill, if you're experienced player, some 8.3 guys. Not gonna lie, amount of damage that you have is insane. But it's still C. It's not even B. It's not reliable weapon. Completely unreliable weapon. Plus with this long jump, imagine how easy it is to avoid this ability. Just run away on boots. Like, you use E-Spell, but run away. I'll just wait until your buff will be over and we're gonna continue fight with you. Soul Scythe. Soul Scythe have the same destiny like Pike, Glaive. But listen, if we put it on C tier, it will be on top of C tier. Because it can kill. You can combine, the thing is, there is a tricky combination. You know what, no. I actually, you know what, you're right. I fucking put it on B tier. I do believe that it can compete with double regular quarter staff. It can. Stalker Jacket into Cultist Cowl, into your E combination, into your W stun, can erase face of an enemy much more efficient than fucking dual daggers. It can. Forget what I said about C. It's actually, when I'm thinking about it, remembering all fights that I had when I was facing it, it's definitely C tier. Like, it's C. Oh, no, sorry, B tier. Like, on the same level, like, Realmbreaker, Badon, Claymore. Still, you can kill, but, a bit far away from A. It's underrated, yeah. It's actually underrated. You can catch people, you can run away from people. Let's say enemy is behind you, you use an E-Spell, looking into air, or slowing it, and running away. Or catch targets, you can also do that. So, yeah. Next one, Warbow. SBI! Warbow is playable only in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons right now. On Stalker, yeah, as I said. Or in some exceptions on Slayer. Via Kite, playing around bets. But in open world, if people are gonna see, listen, if people are gonna see that you are Kite forever, any experienced player, he's gonna say, fuck you. You want to kite me for this X amount of time? I see what you are doing. I'll just run away. You can still make kills. It is C. You still can make kills on Warbow. Like with Poison Arrow, you have Mobility, Frost Shot, you have E-Spell. But PvE experience is horrible. You will not do anything and you're gonna suffer. Don't get me wrong. If your enemy will be greedy and gonna follow you like a puppy, you can kill like many of these weapons. Many. But you need to play ideally. Hit with your all E-Spells. Press your defensives, your frost shots ideally, knockback even helmet maybe, knockback Q sometimes. You also, the thing is, you also need to change your Q abilities depending on what kind of enemy you are facing, always. Maybe your jacket, maybe your helmet spell. It's something similar Destiny have like Battle Bracers, but even Battle Bracers are a bit more efficient than Warbow. Warbow suffers, like really suffers. I feel bad for these weapon users, I really do. I know it's very dangerous to buff it, and I do understand partially why SBI don't want to do that, because Warbow was a meta and toxic weapon for ages in our Albion history, and they don't want to revive these times again, but it's just bad right now. Even for 1v1, where it's supposed to play good, it sucks. Both Badon is better. I don't know what SBI is doing with this weapon, but it is set. You can, build, yeah. Assassin jackets. You can use actually Nausk build, working pretty well. Royal heavy boots, assassin jackets, and helmet. It can be on knockback. It could be cultist cowl. It could be purge. It could be Avalonian. You can combine them. But yeah, it's bad. Light crossbow, guys. Where it gonna go? Your thoughts? A, B, A. It's A. Light crossbow gonna break your face. You will not even notice how he break your face. You know why? Because let's return back to global nerfs that we had to cooldown reduction. You can compensate this cooldown reduction nerf taking Mistcaller, taking healing boots, using AoE Q spell, slows that also give you mobility, and you can spam on mobs non-stop, and mobs are everywhere in mists. You can use Hunterhood, Guardian Helmet, and Martlock Cape. And even in 7.1 or 8.0, 8.1 OC, it can delete your face so fast you will not even notice. You might think, oh, you kited well this crossbow, he got half health left, and then you make one mistake in your rotation, you come close to him, he will use Q, E. Your health is gone. Your health is gone. It is very underrated weapon, and it is making kills in lots of scenarios when people don't know what to expect from crossbow. Well, let's be honest, Potato. Not many players actually playing. It is underrated because not many players actually playing it, and the reason is because it requires actually to land your spells and predict enemy movement, where he gonna go. So entry barrier to start playing on this crossbow is maybe even at some point higher than on Frost Staff. That's why we see so low amount of players that are playing on one-handed crossbow. Skill issue. Well, yeah, and again, why you need to bother about that when you can just take like Fire Staff and kill enemies who will try to kill you. Deathgivers or Bloodletter, double-bladed, carving, and even Brawler stuff. Come on, this is super easy to play. Oh, Bear. Why you need to do that? So yeah, it can slaps. It is definitely on A tier, especially thanks to this Mistcaller. That is right now is meta. Let's go next. Among all arcanes that are playable, we put arcanes on D tier. Yeah, the only arcane is I will not even talk about this. Fuck it, Witchcraft. That is with this black hole. No, the only arcane that might be playable, can make kills and actually outplay your enemies is arcane. We're gonna put it on C with Purge. You can play this build with Mercenary Jackets, with Fail Scale Rope, especially when you proc this one ability, and then your auto attacks speed will be high, and you will just spam with this Fail Scale Rope ice thingies into your enemy. It is very strong. So, back in the days with Avalonian helmet, cloth helmet, it got pretty high kill potential actually, not gonna lie. Right now, since Avalonian helmet is nerfed, cloth helmet, it's lost its power and efficiency a bit, but still can make kills. Like I said, with even listen, Mistwalker jackets, mercenary jackets, mercenary jackets, and File Scale Rope is the way, or even Cultist Rope, is the way how you can play on this weapon and still make kills. Random kills, have fun, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna die a lot, since your mobility is around 0, and it doesn't matter whether you combine it with Mistcaller, with Mood, and you can actually do lots of combinations. You can combine it with almost any offhand, except offhand like crowd control, and you will be fine. You can purge so many buffs, like Hellion, Mercenaries, Undead Capes, Assassin Jackets. You can do lots of stuff, and run, of course. It have kill potential. The only arcane among everything is on C. The rest are on D or even lower. Now let's talk about next weapon, Battle Axe. Guys, Battle Axe is on A tier. Battle Axe is the most, one of the most popular weapons in Mists for a reason. The way how it scale with E-Spell without bleeds is the reason why it's on A tier and can kill also players. It's actually one of the few weapons in Mist that can kill enemies in lots of scenarios that are higher on 200 AP more than you. You will be 1.5k item power. You can kill players with 1.7 and be on equals with them. You can slap. Man, when I see in Mist 6.1, 6.2 Battle Axe, fuck you, I don't want to fight you. You are tanky as hell, you have mobility, and especially S tier. Remember what I was saying, global cooldowns were nerfed. And thanks to this, it's a buff to one-handed weapons. So, Battle Axe with Jump on W, with Adrenaline Rush, got actually decent mobility. And especially if you're gonna combine it with the Royal Heavy Boots. And I forgot about Royal Heavy Boots, I forgot to mention them when I was talking about this Fire Staff. Oh, I did, yeah? There is one good build on a Fire Staff, like just a few seconds. Some kind of rope, offhand on cooldown reduction, W on movement speed, and Royal Heavy Boots. With such build on Fire Staffs, you can even catch these weapons, this weapon, this weapon, this weapon, and this weapon, and even this weapon. If you will, your rotation will be correct. Now, if you will not fuck up your rotation, you can catch on Fire Staff this weapons. Only because of this Mistcaller, only because of this W and Royal Heavy Boots. You get insane amount of movement speed boost. So, let's go back to Battle Axe. Builds. You might think that the most efficient build, and it's a common mistake, the most efficient build is to play on Battle Axe with Mercenary Jacket. To heal up, to get health back during a 1v1 fight. But the strongest option and the most unique how you should play, it's a Fire Shield. Forget about this Mercenary. It can be okay. Back in the days, Hellion Jacket was OP, but this era is gone. You cannot heal up around mobs so fast. A Mercenary Jacket, easy kiteable, it can be purgeable, but Fire Shields is still OP as it is. Yes, second option, good point, is Mistwalker Jacket. You have two options, okay, three options actually how you can play. You can play via full kite, via Assassin Jacket, let's say on Hunter Hood, and yeah, this cooldown reduction and kite to enemy like that. You can go a bit Brawl build with Fire Shield or Mistwalker. Hellion, no, Hellion is suck. Listen to what I say, Capo. It was nerfed. Now you cannot heal up on mobs like you was used to. You cannot abuse the same broken mechanic like we have before. Hellion, don't use. Fire Shield only. Like Fire Shield, Mistwalker, Invisibility. That's all. One of the strongest and deadliest weapons in this game, especially if you aim your E-spells correctly. Yeah, and use your Q-spell properly. Scaling is a bit overpowered. I will never stop saying this. Scaling on E-spell is just too much. Like, I do, example, when I cast my Carving Sword or any other weapon I fight, I see a fight like a Deathgiver, he's casting E-spell twice, Q, run, and this guy, Q, missing his first Q spell, throw in an X, and he lost the same amount of health like another guy, with 0 stacks. Enemy got 0 stacks of bleeds, and losing all health, or at least 1 bleed stack, and he's losing like this amount of health, like, what the fuck is that? It shouldn't be like that. But okay, it's on A tier. That's all. Next one. One-handed curse. One-handed curse is nasty weapon. Nasty weapon. But yeah, it's a B tier. But it's a top tier B tier. Like, among all B tier weapons, probably it will be on number 1. Like, or, yeah, actually, yeah, if you are planning to red, it is one of the strongest also options. If you, let's listen, man. Just Google on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Type Cure Staff Albion Online Mists. And see how much damage do they deal to 8.3 boys, to 6.3 boys, to 0.4 boys with 8.0 cloth with OC. Just few Qs, E-spell into laser. Like, you have 8.3 items. 8.4, 40% of your health is gone. Nothing gonna help you. If there will be a fight between two 8.3 guys, Cure is gonna finish one of these two. Like, definitely. Also, you can use it to rat and kill players not only on low tier, like tier 4, tier 6, but it's also scale very good on high tier. It's still suicide build. You're gonna die. You will not run away if 2 guys gonna assist you. Probably, you will not. But amount of impact that you will be able to do, it is very always annoying to fight such setups. Was always strong and will be strong. This E-spell is unreflectable also, so... yeah, build. You can use via cheap setup like Gigapod, Soldier Boots, Clever Crow, Hunter Hood, and it will be good. You can use it via a bit more expensive build, like via Mistwalker Jacket. You can play via Frost Shield on any tier 8 rope. You can play it with the Cultist rope, but probably Frost Shield is the best way to go. A helmet, Cultist cowl to prevent enemy from hitting you and giving you more time to apply more stacks, more ease on your enemy. The same Soldier Boots. Soldier Boots probably is must have. You don't need to follow your enemy for a long time. If you're fighting 1v1 as a curse, you need to get your enemy once to land the last E-spell, the last laser. And that's all you need. You don't need to follow your enemy like Deathgivers several times. You need to catch him like a carving sword, double-bladed. No, only once. That's why Soldier Boots in number 1. So yeah, it's definitely even B+ or between A and B. It's a very good one. Next one. It is Curse with Lifesteal. You know what? It's on the same level, actually, as these weapons. Shadowcaller, yeah. On the same level, because you're gonna kill only if your enemy is greedy. Like, your enemy is greedy, he want to fight till the end, and he will not calculate amount of damage that he gonna take from stacks, from Q stacks, and he gonna die. Like, on the same level, like the rest. Two-handed, like with Fear, it's on the same level. You can make kills, but far away from A or S. Okay, this one. What could be on A, my friend, but it's not anyway, is this Curse with Purge. We are talking, guys, I want to remind you, we are talking about Mists 1v1. I'm not talking about PvE, Hellgate, Small Scale, PvE, PvP, Mists. It is 1v1 Mists. This one can also outplay you based on your greed. Like, easy. Lots of damage from stacks. You can go with full tank setups like Lifesteal Food, Heavy Armor, and be very annoying enemy to fight. And when you decide to run away with your boots, reset, he gonna use his E-spell, purge your invisibilities, purge your Hellion Jackets, purge your boots, and get you with Royal Heavy Boots in his pockets, and you are fucked. Like, among all these, all curses, I hate to fight probably this the most. You see this weapon so rarely in Mists, but man, do not ever be cocky versus this enemy. Never. Let's go next. One-handed dagger. One-handed dagger. What's your thoughts? High B, C. It's so bad versus meta weapons. I want you to take a look on what weapons we have on B tier. Curse, Realmbreaker, Badon, Claymore, Avalonian Glass, Brawler, Duel, Wildfire, and yes, I know that lots of players are playing one-handed dagger, but only few know how to rotate. The only playable build, unfortunately, right now for one-handed dagger in 1v1 Mists is to play via Helmet of Valor, to purge invisibilities, run abilities, defensives, Hunter Jackets, Torches and Offhand, Mana Shoes, and you need to always kite. You need to know when to engage, disengage. Engage, disengage. It can kill, though, these setups. It can kill most of these weapons. It can kill even Bloodletter if you're gonna be cocky. But Cultist Cowl is just awful versus this weapon. Faustra. What have I said about builds? Helmet of Valor. And guess what Helmet of Valor is doing? Helmet of Valor, purging Cultist Cowl. That's why, yeah, it's the only viable build. Not a one-shot that you might see on YouTube. Nothing else. Of course, it's easy to kite. Yeah. If experienced players, again, it is very tricky enemy to fight, because if you're gonna make a mistake on a rotation versus one-handed dagger, you are fucked. You can die super easy. It's the only viable build, but it's on B. This one, it's a small scale weapon. And even in small scale, it becomes so-so. Like dagger abilities, no. Just goodbye. Just goodbye. Avalonian Frost. And this one is something that will go on A tier. Classic build that everyone is using with insane mobility, insane setup. First of all, advantage. Mistcaller. You can use Mistcaller. It's one-handed. Cultist Rope, Blink, Q spell, Boots. Helmet could be Cultist Cowl, yeah, it could be Knockback. There's so many options how you can play with different varieties of helmets. Undead Cape, and you're good to go. Maybe even not Undead, maybe Martlock. You have options. At least with Cape, you have options. But probably Undead. It's the best way to go to survive on low health. It's gonna save your life. So yeah, among Frosts, like on A tier, one-handed Avalonian. Like, this is an A tier still. Next one, Snowball Weapon. Snowball Weapon, fuck you. I don't want even to talk about you. Go away, Snowball. Let's imagine this weapon does not exist. It's not a new year yet, guys. It's not a new year. We'll not talk about that. One-handed hammer. You know what's the funny thing? If you was watching, still it is bad weapon. Like, it is horrible. Like, ugh. But if you're gonna take Cultist Cowl, Stalker Jacket, you can make kills. Perfect, again, on newbies, on inexperienced players, but you can make kills. It's D2, yeah, it's... Okay, maybe, like, close to C, yeah, but on D. I have recorded the video with Tom, with this hammer, how he was making kills. But again, not this weapon was making kills. Stalker Jacket and Cultist Cowl was making kills, but not this weapon. Next! Oh, sorry, Holy, guys. I forgot to mention Holy, yeah? You understood everything about Holy, yeah? Everything. People were trying. Guys, if you think that you are smart, you will find a way how to make these weapons playable, you can try. Or you can just believe me. Don't play on Holy in Mists. In Solo Mists. Just don't. Left. No, it's not better. Man, I was killing 8.3 this life touches. No. Just no. Forget about that. They are dying. I was out damaging with Carving Sword this life touch. Like, it was a fail scale boy with Cultist Cowl. I out damaged without problems on Carving Swords. Will it be a problem for this weapon? For this weapon, maybe for this one, maybe for this one, maybe for this, No, just forget. And again, no mobility. Let's go further. One-handed mace. Motherfucker Coco. It's forgotten A, but still very strong. You know why? Because it's one-handed. B after nerfed, well, let's point this. C, no, Kitsune. It should be on A or B+. Like A, B+, something in the middle. It's very strong still. It's very strong, especially if you're gonna IP crush your enemy. Feed potential, escape potential, it's actually strong. Okay, we're gonna put it on B. We're gonna put it on B. But guys, you need to understand, it's B+. It can kill, this weapon can kill everything. Almost everything on this list. But only, you know why? Because of Stalker Jackets. Because of Cultist Cowl. This weapon is just a tool for these chest pieces. For this chest piece, helmet piece. But it's a very strong tool. You can combine it with Mistcaller. You can combine it with Taproot. We can combine it with Stalker. Oh man, oof, nasty weapon. With lots of mobility. With broken first Q spell. With this defense. It can counter... Yes, it can. It can... You know what? No. I will put it on A. Fuck it. No. I will put it on goddamn A. I would not say it's... it gonna kill... No. A. But yeah, it's the only weapon that is on S tier, guys. Unfortunately. And tiny spoiler, there will be no other alternatives. Let's go next. This one, PvE weapon. Used in one-shot setups in Duo Mist sometimes, but since we are talking... If it will be Duo Mist discussion, it will be on B... tier, but it's not. In this case, it is on D. This one, knockback, a Ratata weapon, yeah, to get objectives in super cheap 4.0 setups. Guys, just use double-bladed or Bloodletter, please. Don't use this useless. You have only one attempt, and what if it will be two guys? You're gonna be dead. You're gonna lose your objective. Don't play on this weapon. It's bad. Next one is Clarion Blade. Clarion Blade, back in the days when it just appeared in Mists, everyone was shocked. Oh my god! It's in top. Guys are getting insane amount of fame. They are getting insane amount of kills. But the only reason why they were getting insane amount of kills is because people did not know how much damage it actually can deal as a one-handed weapon. Right now it is on between B and C, realistically. Like C+, something like that. C+. It was nerfed and now you don't have so much damage without stacks, so you are forced to get these stacks. And you don't have such option. You can still make kills, like a one-handed Arcane, like on Trinity Spear, like on Battle Bracers, but yeah, it's just bad. Like, when it was just appeared in Albion 1v1 environment, like I said, Mists, it was something new, people didn't know how to counter it, what kind of damage it can deal, and that's why they were dying. And maybe you could see some peoples with a high amount of fame, they're spamming Clavin Blades. But this meta fall down pretty soon. Go next. We gonna... Oh, it's one-handed spear. One-handed spear. Your thoughts? Your thoughts, guys? A. True. It's an A. S plus for me? Nah. It's an A. It's very strong A. Like strong A. Can counter lots of setups. It's one-handed, which allow to use Mistcaller, which is S tier, which is OP right now. It can reset, it can catch, it can counter movement spell abilities. You can adapt with changing your W spell variety. Lots of damage with auto attacks, nice Q, AoE, Q spell, like... It got everything. Build. You can play via Stalker Jacket and Stalker Hood, or Fiend Cowl, or Cultist Cowl. You can play with Mist Walker, you can play with Assassin Jacket. As an offhand, you can use Torch, you can use Mistcaller, Undead Cape, or Avalonian Cape. I would actually suggest Undead. Boots on... You know what's the funny thing? You will never suffer from energy on this weapon. It's broken. I don't know why, SBI... This weapon got infinite amount of energy, even more energy it has than before you nerf these shapeshifters. You never lose mana on this one, almost never. Like, they don't care about mana. And SBI need to nerf it in a way that mana consumption will be higher. Like, it's not okay. It can non-stop use its abilities and you will never experience these issues. It's crazy how good it is. It's very strong. Very strong. Okay, Bloodletter, you want to... Okay, Bloodletter, guys, can be used from low to mid to high tiers. If high tier, you can use it with Stalker Jacket, Cultist Cowl, and Kite. You can try it with Duskweaver Helmet and never die and feed on players with Stalker Jackets. Mana boots on all setups, so you would not go dry super fast. You can play with Assassin Jacket. You can play with Fire Shield sometimes. You can play even with Mercenary Jacket and Torch sometimes. If you want face-to-face fight, because this is the only dagger that got bonus health on a weapon, bonus health stats with insanely strong auto attacks, since it is artifact weapon piece. So this is Bloodletter. Let's go further. Heron Spear. Heron Spear, guys, it's a unique weapon that can actually... It's like, let's be real, it's like C. It's like on the level of Clarent Blade. Like, realistically, it's on the level... It's not even... Get into a B. No. You can make kills. You cannot play your enemies. But... And that's all. Again, setups. Via Kite, via Cultist Rope, via Fire Shield, via Mistwalker. Like, it is C. Like, realistically, it is C. Not even come close to B. No. Again, you can make kills. Then, this is very interesting. On paper, this weapon is actually strong. In reality, this is strong really in corrupted dungeons. It is B, yeah. It is definitely B. On the level of Dual Swords, of Realm Breaker, Bow of Badon, Claymore, it can kill almost everything on this list. It can. If you play well, if you kite well, if you have a good build, you can use Jacket of Tenacity with Fire Shield, Fiend Cowl, or Cultist Cowl. You can use Stalker Jacket, you can use Mercenary, no, but Assassin Jacket, Full Kite. There are lots of playstyles that you can use with this spear. And also, one of the benefits why it is actually playable and can make lots of kills, because it is one-handed, which allow you to even modify your gameplay as much as you want. You want to go full CDR and play only around spells? Go Mistcaller. You want to also rely sometimes on auto attacks, on high tier, especially if you take into account how Torch scaling on 8.3.4 items. Man, your auto attacks will slap with this one. It is insane. So you have options how to play. And it was buffed in terms of animation on E-Spell, but still not enough to be A tier. I think it's in a good spot, because in Corrupt Dungeons it is strong. It is strong. Broadsword. Broadsword was nerfed to the ground. Like, it was it's still barely playable in 1v1 Corrupted Dungeons, but the way how they change how this E-Spell connect to your target was the death of this weapon. They shouldn't do this. Right now, Broadsword for 1v1, even probably in Corrupted Dungeons, like, it's a C. It's like C, D, well, not D, okay, not D. Let's not be cruel, we are not animals. C. But, okay, to be fair, for how long broadswords and claymores were broken in Albion? Like, for 4 years or 3 years straight. It took lots of time. Yeah, to nerf it. But they over-nerf it, I think. Like a bit too much. Okay, offhands. Let's talk about offhands. Again, it's hard to say because it depends. Like, this one can be used only on fire staffs, realistically only on fire staffs, and we can put it on C. This one is D tier. There is no setups that will get benefit from using this offhands. This one can be used on with frost staff, one-handed frost staff. It can be used with one-handed mace. And that's all, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Heron Spear. Okay, maybe with Heron Spear also. I forgot about Heron Spear. But that's all. Let's put it on C. Muisak. Muisak is playable with almost any one-handed weapon. Like, it can work even with Bloodletter, with Avalonian Frost, with... not with Dagger, yeah. Dagger only with Torch. Fire Staff, it can be used. Light Crossbow. But again, I recommend you to go in full CDR. Oh, X, yeah. Also with X. Thank you. Yeah. Let's put it right here. This one, okay. I don't like when people do that. But there is one scenario where you can use this offhand on full damage. And it is one-handed curse when you want to ratata people. Okay, let's put Muisak right here. Okay, we're gonna put... It's when you want to ratata people, then want to fight, want to maximize your damage, especially if you combine it with Poison Potion, let's say. You use your Q spells, E spell, Laser, Poison, and if you have this offhands, there's much higher chance to finish targets on low health. Like, very specific niche scenario where you can use it. With one-handed curse, suicide build. Like, you will not be able to fight anyone on equal in 1v1. Only to finish targets, only to ret. This one, just no. It's a good offhand, don't get me wrong. It's a good offhand for a PvE. Like, only for PvE. That's all. Crossbow, no, on crossbow, I don't think that crossbow should play even ever with this weapon. No, it's a free kill. You need cooldowns. You need to get benefit of spamming on these Qs, Ws non-stop and have at least some kind of mobility. You'll be easy target to kill if you're gonna take this one. It's a mistake. Never play crossbow with this offhand. Don't make this mistake. This one for PvE. This one only for PvE. Okay, forget about this. It's very cheap setup. Fuck it. Shields in general are working super bad in this game. The only shield that can be playable, but again, better not use it. It's Facebreaker. Forget about this, and forget about this. Torch is an S tier. And Taproot is an S tier. Now we are done. Torch got the highest scaling of attack speed in the game. Like, if you will take a look, if you have 100 specs on everything, or 120, and you equip 8.3 Torch with any one-handed melee weapon, you're gonna be so strong in 1v1 fight. You think, why so many players are dealing so much damage with Bloodletter to any other players? Because they take Bleed passive on the Bloodletter, they take Torch, even one-handed Spear with Torch, even, what else with Torch? Dagger, yeah. It's one of the strongest offhands for 1v1 content in specific builds. Taproot is a default offhand. Okay, let's not put it on S. Let's put it on A or B. Let's take it on B. Let's not do that. It will be on B. And that's my top tier list of weapons and their use in Mists in 2024. I hope you enjoyed and hope it was useful information, and now you know at least what is playable, what can kill, what cannot kill, versus what setups you're gonna suffer, what is easy to kill, what is not. Again, it's not like a step-by-step guide. I will not teach you guys how to play on a specific weapon, because only this part took me 2 hours, almost 20 minutes on stream to talk about that. About overall, like globally. And it will take probably 8 or 9 hours more to take specifically about each weapon, about each setup, how you need to rotate, etc. That's not... You need to learn it by yourself. Learn it by yourself, guys. I wish you luck. Okay, guys. Anyway, today was a useful stream. Love you all. Thank you for your support, activity in chat. But I just want to have rest. I'm sorry. Again, tomorrow I promise we'll make a long stream. But today I want to have some rest. Love you all and see ya tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys.